G'day trendsetters, today I'm coming to you from Caboolture in Queensland, Australia. Today's ride is about 86 kilometres in length. I must pass along kudos to a fan of the Gravel Cyclist Facebook page. I'll post his name on screen. He suggested this route to me, so I took the route and modified it a little bit because this route passes through the Glass House Mountains, and I really wanted to check out the lookout point, which I believe is on a dirt and gravel road, etc. So my version is a little bit longer. Here is the rail trail I'm riding out of town, so it's going to be pretty easy, pretty flat. The first 10 k's just following the rail trail here, but I do need an easier day. I rode Dirty Brisbane yesterday, and you can tell from my voice I'm a little bit unwell. That sunshine is just what the bloody doctor ordered. So here's an interesting fact about Queensland, Australia. They do not celebrate or do not utilize daylight savings time. The sun rises at about, well, this morning 4:51 a.m. I woke up at 5:30, it's bloody broad daylight outside. So that's interesting. It gets dark around about 6:30 this time of year, being early November 2025. Remnants of an old railway station right there. Wood chipper. If ever there's evidence this was a former railway line, this is it. A lovely little cutting. Remnants of the former railway track. And a set of points, or as they are called in America, switches. A little history of the railway station. Unfortunately, it's no longer here. There's just a mural left on that building. But it was once upon a time used for day trip steam train excursions. It's a real shame it's all gone away now. On the pavement briefly, and the first gravel road should make its presence known in a couple of k's or less. Views around here are very much like north central Florida, where I reside in the United States, and also parts of southern Georgia. I love riding in rural farmland. No bloody cars to worry about, that sort of thing. Don't have any pineapples growing in Florida, not that I'm aware of. Pineapples as far as the eye can see. Catching our first peak, or peaks, of the Glass House Mountains. It isn't a very high mountain range, but still beautiful nonetheless. No through road, well, maybe to cars. Here we go, the first gravel road of today. Entering state forest land. The pile of dirt and camera shot, well, it's a big ass ant hill. Those black ants, they have quite a set of pincers on them. So whatever you do, don't be playing around with the black ants. I'd rate these little buggers on par with the fire ants we have in Florida. Those mongrels suck. There's a lot of eucalyptus trees in this forest, so I'm expecting there are koalas hanging around the place. A little correction for some of the folks watching this video, possibly foreigners outside of Australia. Koalas are not actually a bear. You hear people say koala bear, etc. They are a marsupial, so they carry the young in the pouch and often on their back, that kind of thing. However, there is a variant of the koala. Let's just say it really likes having interactions with foreigners. I don't know how it determines that, but it's known as the drop bear. So they hang out in the trees as you would expect, but these little buggers just drop down, and well, if they're in a bad mood, they'll have their teeth on show, snarling, that kind of stuff. Basically, it's a rabid version of a koala. You want to stay away from those buggers. The drop bear. red clay, very similar to the messy stuff I experienced in southern Georgia, or middle Georgia for that matter. Did I mention before the weather's cracking? There's no crushing downhills today, folks. Never ridden here. Pretty certain this section of the forest is another former railway line. I can see old ballast in this cutting. There's pretty much evidence of that. Back onto pavement. Here we have an American style subdivision. El Grande houses, wide open dirt and gravel roads of the red clay variety, wide open skies, and a pine plantation either side of the road. I mentioned it earlier in the video, this is just like riding in southern Georgia, US of A. Now these roads are probably dodgy as when the rain falls, turn to sticky mud, I expect. Beautiful eucalyptus forest in camera shot. Oh, some wankers left their KFC on the road. Twat. We bit of sand here. These bloody ginormous tyres, they might be heavy at 690 grams. The Schwalbies, they just crush sand and, well, pretty much anything else. 760 by 55 millimeter. Of course, they're probably roasting my legs, pushing all that weight. The wait was worth it. Beautiful views here. The review bike, Ari Schaefer 3.0. Hello there, there's a goanna ahead. He's probably going to be off the road by the time I get there. Yeah, he's headed into the bush. More amazing views here. No way I'm riding that. So it's hiker bike time. What's interesting, it's so quiet out here. Just the sounds of Mother Nature. Love it. Folks, we made it. I am pretty bloody hammered.
Great.
It's all good, lads, no worries.
You're good.
Yes, no worries, mate.
Space for your film.
Arrivederci, Glass House Mountain Lookout. Glass House Mountain, as that is. My original route was planning to take the forest road down the valley, down to the gasoline station, petrol station, etc. But due to my rather piss-weak constitution at the moment being a bit unwell, I'm just going to take the paved road, which is nice and quiet. About to roll into a petrol station. I need some supplies. Oh, there you go. I'm riding on Steve Irwin Way. Rest in peace, Steve Irwin. You at least did something you enjoyed when you passed away, mate. And this road is obviously named after him. Pulling into the bloody Caltex here. I've been thinking about this Caltex petrol station for a while now. I am bloody rooted. Current status, downing a couple of these bloody amazing cokes. So let's finish this ride off. We're sort of refueled, rehydrated, that sort of thing. Feeling a lot better. I was at that petrol station for way too long, but when you feel like shit, you got to do what you got to do. Trendsetter's a slight change in plans. I'm riding a semi-busy paved road. It has a pretty sizable bike lane for now. Hopefully that continues. But I'm heading to the railway station. I decided I'll take the train back because I can. Why not? Beerburrum. Here we are. This railway station, perfect. Alright, we made it. There we go. Beerburrum, Caboolture. No worries, mate. The other thing, I love riding trains. In fact, if you want to see some of my previous train videos, for example, I've taken the Amtrak auto train, where you chuck your car onto the train in Sanford, Florida, which is near Orlando. You relax in style, and the train takes you all the way to the outskirts of Washington, DC. It knocks off about 800 miles of driving. In the meantime, look at that lovely view. Here comes the freight train. He's hauling us too. Alright, mate. Alright. Let's plan the journey here. So we're going from Beerburrum, and then the end location is going to be, that's it, Caboolture. Today, searching. Okay, here we go, your travel options. 213. We're on the train. Off we go. Beautiful. Caboolture Station. Thanks, mate. 1 kilometre back to where I parked the car. Radio Trendsetters, wrapping up today's ride experience video. Obviously it ended a little bit differently than I had planned, but sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for interesting ride experience videos such as this one. No bullshit gravel bike reviews. I'm reviewing the RE Schaefer, as you saw in the video. Other product reviews, and of course, general madness. Like I'm driving around here on the other side of the road, right-hand drive. That's normal in Australia, of course. So is riding on the other side of the road. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.